What's going on, you guys? AK40 Kevin here in the gamer heaven. Now, I got to cover something that I think should be pretty much common knowledge by now, but I guess a lot of people don't really see it or realize it or whatever. People are still talking about,
I want to make it big streaming, or I want to be the next big YouTuber, or I'm going to blow up on Twitch or Mixer.
whoops, I meant Facebook gaming. So, there is no job security in it whatsoever. Now, if there's any question about this whatsoever, that you can get absolutely obliterated off of your platform in a moment's instance for absolutely zero legitimate reason. Okay, look at Dr. Disrespect. He was one of the top 3 grossing streamers for Amazon, who's, Twitch's, that's who owns Twitch. And they just obliterated him. They didn't give him a strike. They didn't give him a, hey, this is very offensive, or you did something that we don't agree with. Go ahead and stop doing it. And then, that's how it's supposed to be handled. You get like either a copyright strike or a DMCA or, a warning for saying something that's controversial, that's offensive to people or whatever. Nothing. Took him off the platform. Absolutely crazy. Now, It's Leafy, Leafy is here, I'm sorry. Had 4.6 million viewers on YouTube, was taken off about 2 weeks ago. It's because of cyberbullying, but really it's the lack of freedom of speech that there is on platforms like YouTube and Twitch. You can't say or do anything in modern day society, especially on major platforms like YouTube or Twitch, without getting absolutely stricken down. And how this happens is with cancel culture and Me Too culture, being two of the biggest weapons used to destroy content creators out there that are, either commentary creators or freedom of speech creators that, yes, might rip on people and clown on people and whatnot, but generally they're giving them constructive criticism, talking about legitimate issues that they do. For example, It's Leafy, or Leafy's here. He talked a lot about Pokemon. Now, he did go in a little bit hard on her, I will say that. He was a lot more harsh than I think, a lot of people would have been, but a lot of the points that he was making about her are completely valid. Now, I have made points in the past, videos talking about Pokemon, and my opinion of her, I do not think she's a good content creator. I disagree with a lot of the things that she does, that she can dish out criticism and talk shit and then can't take it in return, that she attacks people's sponsors directly and more or less attacks their income stream, doesn't go directly to them to say, hey, I don't appreciate what you're doing. Goes straight for their sponsors. Her content itself, she literally just sits there doing mukbang videos, just like deep throating sushi all day and stuff. Doesn't say anything for up to 2 hours at a time. Dead air. And I understand, I've streamed Twitch and stuff like that. I understand dead air, maybe a minute or two when you're focusing, like looking to see if an enemy's there or something, but she doesn't really play games, so I don't understand. She's just watching YouTube videos. There's no excuse for you not to be pretty much talking and entertaining the whole time. And the way that she's literally, she's using her looks as a weapon. I mean, she can't control the way she looks or anything, but she literally hid a boyfriend from people so they would keep tier 3 subbing to her and basically simping for her, and deny the fact that she had a boyfriend. People would literally ask her, which is kind of awkward. It might not be their business or anything, but they would ask her and she'd be like, no boyfriend here, and just go back to eating her burrito or whatever. And it's crazy. So, Leafy made Content Nuke, which pretty good video about Pokemon, and there's a lot of other people that have made videos, firing shots at Pokemon and whatnot. But here's the thing. He went over to Twitch. He had been over there, and they took him down a day or two ago, so he's now off of YouTube and off of Twitch, so 2 major platforms. And the reason because of his Twitch ban is literally, they, again, just like YouTube, no strikes, no warning. So if you have a real job or something, your boss might come up to you and be like, hey, man, you've been late a lot. You need to get your tardiness under control, or we're going to fire you. We might even write you up, whatever. With Twitch and YouTube, it's not like that. You can get banned instantaneously. They do have a strike system, but they really don't use it or need to use it. If you read the fine print when you sign up to be a content creator, they don't utilize that at all. Now, the only exception to this is if you are an attractive female streamer. Now, I hate to say that because, it makes me seem like a douche, but I'm really just pointing out the obvious, especially when it comes to the case of Pokemon. She is the golden girl, the golden goose knuckle, if you will, over there on Twitch. She could do pretty much anything and not get banned. Same thing with Alinity. She had to ban herself. She was feeding shots of vodka to her cat, tossed them over her shoulder and stuff like that, and she wouldn't get banned. But yet Doctor gets banned for zero warning whatsoever. Male streamers might be wearing a tank top, turn to the side, a little piece of pepperoni pops out, you're banned. And it could be a major streamer too. It doesn't have to be like, a small fry like me that doesn't bring him any big bucks. It can be a big streamer too. So the fact that That, and then also less than 1%, it's actually less than half of 1% of Twitch streamers make enough money to pay 1 month's rent. Just think about that. With how many people stream Twitch and stuff, less than half of a percent make enough money in income from their ad revenue or merch or whatever to pay for 1 month's rent. So between that and the fact you can get fired at any time, I've got to say it's not a very good career path. Now, am I saying you shouldn't stream on Twitch or anything or make YouTube videos? Absolutely not. And more so, this is aimed towards Twitch, but it does apply to YouTube too, because both these platforms are going through a huge phase, not even a phase, it's a huge evolution, because everything in society is going towards, the lack of freedom of speech. You can't say anything that offends anybody. Now, obviously, if you're saying something that is legitimately offensive to, racially offensive, sexually offensive, attacking someone's sexual orientation, something like that, absolutely you should be banned off the platform. But a lot of these people, like Leafy, he was just pointing out, pretty sick stuff that Pokimane does, and he gets banned. So there's a lot of other sites out there right now, like BitChute and Storyfire and stuff like that, which are basically video platforms like YouTube, except they won't ban you for the stupidest little tiny things. Like, you can have opinions, you can talk shit about people, you can, how YouTube used to be in like the late 90s, early 2000s, where you had freedom of speech, where you could literally be like, oh, I don't like his content, and he looks like a fuckboy, and he's got a thick-ass unibrow, or something like that. Now you say something like that, they're like, ooh, cyberbullying. When really, as long as you're being funny and entertaining. Now, granted, that wasn't even that funny, but, the whole, commentary YouTube thing is really dead, especially freedom of speech. If you are, not even attacking, but if you're being offensive to anyone, YouTube is going very PC. Very, very PC. I don't mean personal computer. What's it called, Harley? What's the name of that PC thing? Politically correct. Thank you. I had to ask my dog. Politically correct. So obviously you have to be extremely proper, and you have to make sure that you satisfy everyone. Like, even me doing that hand gesture right there, somebody would see that and be like, oh my goodness, he was simulating oral pleasure. Like, it's crazy. You got to be real on your tippy toes, hoes, if you know what I mean. See, I just called my viewers hoes. Oh boy, I am 0 for 2 right now. But anyway, there's other platforms out there like Storyfire and Bitfire and all that other crap that allow you to, I guess, be yourself a little bit more. Now, don't be offensive, don't be racist, don't be sexist, don't be an asshole, and don't, put up child porn or any crazy shit, because then you're ruining the platform for people that literally just want to make quality content. But yeah, honestly, YouTube and Twitch, I mean, it's so PC, you have to be so careful, and you can get taken off the platform, obliterated. Not the strike system, you can get your shit completely shut down, whether you're a big streamer like It's Leafy and Dr. Disrespect, or you're a little streamer like your cousin Jerry that streams fucking Fortnite on the weekends. So that's just how it is, boys. Peace. Why are you breathing so heavy?